In this, the second of a three-part series looking at the Ultimate Implant Year course and the e-learning platform that is SmileTube.tv, we're going to spend some time looking at getting started as an enrolled student on the Ultimate Implant Year course. As a student on the program, you will have received a username and a password. So with that username, log into the site. In my case, my username is student, and because I've logged in previously, the system remembers my password. The next thing that I do is click on the login icon. Having entered the correct information, the system will recognize the fact that you're logged in and welcome you with hi username. In my case, hi student. Now, at this stage, not a lot appears to have changed on the front page of the website. However, when we now click on the Courses tab on the main menu bar, we are presented with this screen. And this is an overview of the course or courses that you're subscribed on. And as you can see, there are certain other features here, such as announcements. And by clicking on the Announcements tab, any recent announcements will be presented to you. And by hovering the mouse cursor over the announcement, you will get a brief synopsis. In this case, the announcement is that a short video covering the revised features of the SmileTube.tv e-learning platform will be available shortly. If we look at assignments, we can see there are no assignments for today. The mailbox tab tells us that there are 5 items in our intranet mailbox, and we look at the mailbox in a little more detail in a moment. And we also have a certificates tab, whereby CPD certificates that you accrue during your time on the program will be logged here for you. So let's go back to my courses by clicking on that tab, and let's enter the Nobel Biocare Ultimate Implant Year course by simply clicking on Open Course. This takes us to this page where we have our aims and objectives clearly defined, and also this row of icons. To find out what each of these icons represent, click on the 2 little chevrons. And now you can see a descriptor for each of the icons. During your time with the program, as we will have said to you during your induction process, you will spend the vast majority of your time online on the learning paths. These are engaging online presentations, and I strongly recommend that you watch the third in this series of short videos showing how SmileTube.tv brings learning to life. Next, below this we have links, and again, to have a look at any of these items, simply click on the item, click on the tab, and here you can see some web links, for example to General Medical, Gray's Anatomy, Hugh Freedy, Primal Pictures, Referencing Demystified, Salvin Dental and Swallow Dental. Below the links we have the quizzes icon. Let's just double check that that is a quiz icon again by clicking on the chevrons, and here you can see that descriptor. We have an assignment icon, and should any assignments be set and current, you will see them here. This is an expired case-based learning exercise that was set on the 9th of June 2015 and expired on the 9th of July 2015. And again, using our chevrons, we have an attendance register which is automatically populated for you, so you don't need to bother with that one. We have a chat room whereby when you're on the site at the same time as any of your peers, you can chat live with them. And a new and innovative development to our website, we now have webinars built in, a webinar interface built into the site. And should your teacher or tutor decide to set up a webinar, you will be alerted here. And again, just click on the title, click on the tab, and at this point in time, there is not a webinar set by any particular teacher or tutor on this particular program. Here we have your gradebook where you can see how you're progressing through the program. And here, as I mentioned earlier, we have our intranet mail. That means a mailbox within the system. And as again was said in your course induction, it's a good idea to use the intranet mailbox. And it's straightforward, it's fairly intuitive. If you wish to compose an email, click on compose. And then decide who to send the email to. Give the email a subject. You can add an attachment by clicking on the browse and attach a clinical photograph, a document, whatever, and then obviously type some text. And when you've completed all of that, just simply click on send. So let's now go back to the learning paths. And again, as I said, that's where you will spend most of your time on the program, because you can think of these as lectures, though, as I said, I strongly encourage you to watch the third in this series to see the difference between a video recorded lecture and an engaging presentation with some assessment built in as well. So that's an overview of these icons. Explore. When you get your username and password, feel free to explore. If you have any questions or queries, our Learning Community Facilitator, Janine, is available to answer those for you. I am available as well. And very importantly, your territory manager is also there to help you progress through your implant career. So, fairly straightforward. Use the icons, explore. For example, let's click on the Documents tab, and we will be presented with a list of folders, inside each of which, for example, if we open this one, there's patient information, aftercare instructions, after implant placement, after implant exposure, after restoring the implant, an informed consent template. So that's the Documents folder. And I say explore, enjoy, and if you have any queries whatsoever, get back to one of us and we'll be happy to help. Finally, might I add, when you are going through your learning paths, it is important to complete the learning path from beginning to end. If, for example, you're looking at anatomy for implant practitioners and you decide to flick through 20 or 30% of the slides without actually letting them run, you may find that although you've reached the end, you haven't actually spent the time required on that particular piece of presentation, and it will not complete for you. So it is important to make sure you run through all of the slides, listen and watch until it comes to the end of the presentation, and there should be no problems. So again, I hope you have found this helpful, and if you have any questions or queries, don't hesitate to get in touch. Finally, always remember at the end of your session to log out.